Hey everybody, it's Master Wanish here, and today I'm going to be talking about the Battle of the Giants. Before I get started, if you haven't already, please do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, 1-inch punch that bell notification, and give these videos a thumbs up if you can. I greatly appreciate it. Now, what I'm talking about is the boxing match that's set up for September of 2021 between Eddie Hall and Hafthor Bjornsson. Eddie Hall, known as the Beast, and Hafthor Bjornsson, the Mountain from Game of Thrones. We'll just call him Thor. Now, if you haven't heard about this, they are going to have, I don't know if we call it a YouTube, a celebrity, a strongman, but they're having a boxing match of some sort. Maybe it's classified as all of the above, but those two are going to be duking it out in the ring, which should be quite the spectacle because they're both incredibly strong. Thor is currently the world's strongest man, and Eddie Hall in 2017 won the world's strongest man competition. And they've both set deadlift records, and they're just incredibly, freakishly, genetically strong individuals with crazy hard work ethic. Now, here's how this all kind of got started. Back in 2017, when Eddie Hall won the world's strongest man competition, Thor basically said he cheated, that the competition was kind of geared towards Eddie Hall's favor, and that generated a little bit of bad blood between the two. Now, in 2016, Eddie Hall set the world deadlift record by lifting 500 kilograms, pulling it over 1,000 pounds off the floor. Now, in 2020, Thor made just this, a few days ago, Thor broke Eddie Hall's deadlift record by pulling 501 kilograms and broke the deadlift record. Now, there was some controversy around this. Eddie Hall was saying it wouldn't count. Brian Shaw and numerous other world's famous strongmen chimed in and said it shouldn't count either, all because this wasn't being done in basically a competition setting. Now, it was done in Thor's gym. Now, the weights were all weighed out before each lift. It was live streamed on ESPN, on Rogue, on YouTube. So basically, it was done in his gym, on his time, on his dime. Therefore, they're saying it shouldn't count. Now, we all understand we're on lockdown all over the world. This is not a normal situation. And Thor was planning on breaking this deadlift at a competitive event. And unfortunately, that got canceled, so he decided to pull it at his gym. Once again, Eddie Hall was saying that's BS and it wouldn't count, and that just created all this drama and all this kind of bad blood between the two, which was just brilliant marketing, because right after Thor broke that, he announced, hey, I got a contract for 7 figures here. So do you, Eddie Hall. Let's sign this and let's get in the ring and duke it out. So brilliant marketing. Whoever says weightlifters are meatheads, these guys are pretty brilliant. They're making a fortune doing what they're doing. So they're making much more off this boxing match than they ever had off of any, competition setting. So tremendous drama and marketing. It all played out into their favor, and now they'll duke it out in the ring. It hasn't been determined, I believe, if it's going to be 3 6-minute rounds or 3-minute rounds for 6 rounds, or however it's laid out yet. I'm assuming it won't be the normal distance of a boxing match, but it'll be very interesting to see. Clearly, they both have incredible knockout power. I mean, these guys are the world's strongest men. So now Thor is 6'9", 450 pounds at the moment. Eddie Hall, 6'3", 6'2"-ish and a half, 350 pounds. So they'll both probably cut some weight, work on their cardio. They're going to hire the world's best boxing coaches, and they got plenty of time to train before this fight. So once again, all this drama was brought up over this deadlift, which led to this boxing match. Now, I did a conversation with one of my students, and we put this on the channel prior. I personally think it was a brilliant move on Thor's behalf to do what he did and break the record at his own gym. A, there's no competitions. B, people aren't traveling around, so he had no choice. He was primed up. He was ready to go. And, you know, worst case scenario, if he got this illness, it could affect him in a, you know, I mean, if he caught this and then couldn't pull it, you know, who knows? So better to do it while you're primed up, ready to go. Now, he could have done it back at the Arnold Classic, but he didn't for a good reason, because he had already won that event. There was no reason for him to pull more weight. He still had more events to go in that competition, so save some fuel to win the competition, which he did. Plus, by doing it like this, he's doing it on his own time, his own dime. Now he's in control of all the sponsorship. He's raking in all the money. So from a financial standpoint, it was brilliant because they had plenty of sponsorship. They were doing supplement sponsorships, Rogue, you name it. All these companies were sponsoring him at this event in his gym. And, you know, he had a judge there. They weighed the plates. So therefore, it was a win-win-win for Thor. Now, even if this does have, let's say, that asterisk around the win, when things get back to normal and there's competition settings and he has another chance, he can then pull 505 and break his own record and receive another payday from sponsors. So why not do it then and then do it again when the time comes? It'll just be absolutely a massive payday for him, and then brings on more sponsors and all this good stuff. Now he's going to be training for the biggest payday with this boxing match between him and Eddie Hall. I've seen clips of both them sparring online, doing some boxing, and I can tell you neither of these guys are used to getting hit in the face. They're used to pulling heavy weight. And you could tell because every time they got hit, they do one of those pullbacks, and which is normal. If you're not in there fighting a lot and sparring a lot and boxing a lot, that's what happens. But they have plenty of time to get in the ring, get some training done, get into peak shape, and put on a really good boxing match. And it'll be really interesting to see, because rarely or never have we ever seen two of the world's strongest men get in a ring and duke it out. Should be kind of fun, quite the spectacle. And I'm curious, let me know in the comments down below who you think is going to take this match. You might have seen Thor actually doing a little bit of a playing around with Conor McGregor. You could see Thor could move. He was agile, you know, he was able to move around. You've seen Eddie Hall, you know, hit some pads with some like thunder. But both of them need to work on their boxing skills tremendously. Their cardio, a lot of things need to take place for them to get in the ring and put on a good fight. So let me know who you think is going to take the fight down in the comments down below. I look forward to hearing your thoughts on this whole thing, and I hope to see you soon. Thank you for joining me today. Once again, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, 1-inch punch that bell notification, give the video a thumbs up if you made it this far. You made it to the end, so might as well give it a thumbs up, and I hope to see you soon. Have a great day. Take care.